In June 2021, first-year high schooler Hodaka Morishima escapes Kozushima in order to get away from his troubled home life to Tokyo. When his ferry to the city is hit by a rainstorm, he is saved by Keisuke Shuga. When he arrived in Tokyo, Hodaka immediately looked for a job, but no one accepted him because he was a minor. As Hodaka becomes broke and struggles to find work, he meets Hina Amano, an employee of a McDonald's restaurant, who takes pity on him and gives him food.
Hodaka later finds an abandoned Makarov PM handgun. Being so afraid that someone might see him, he immediately put it in his bag. Because he couldn't find any other job, and had no choice, he decided to go to Shuga's address, who saved him. Shuga hires him as his assistant at a small occult magazine publishing company. There they investigate urban legends related to the unusually rainy weather in Tokyo. They hear the legend of Sunshine Girl, who can control the weather. One day, Hodaka sees Hina being intimidated into working at a club. He immediately went to stop them, but Hodaka was beaten up by these two club owners. Because Hodaka remembered that he had a gun with him, he scares off the club owners by firing his gun into the air. Hina takes him to Yoyogi Kaiken, an abandoned building with a shrine on the roof, where he throws the gun away. Hina shocks him by demonstrating her ability to clear the sky by praying. That's when Hodaka found out that Hina was the legendary Sunshine Girl. Hina lives alone with her brother Nagi, and they have no adult guardian. Seeing how they are also in financial trouble, Hodaka proposes to start a business together, a job to clear the weather for events like weddings and parties by his power. Their business becomes a success, but when Hina is shown on television, their site gets flooded with requests, so they decide to close. After that, they granted one last important request. It comes from an old woman who later turned out to be the grandmother of the main protagonist in the movie titled Your Name, Taki Tachibana.
Days passed. Police search for Hodaka, as his family filed a missing person report. They find Hodaka using the gun on a security camera.
While Hodaka was shopping for a present for Hina's birthday, he met another main protagonist of the movie titled Your Name, Mitsuha Miyamizu.
After that, officers arrive at Hina's apartment and interrogate her. Hina realizes that because they have no legal guardians, social services are going to separate her and Nagi. Shuga, having also been visited by the police, fires Hodaka, explaining that police suspect him of kidnapping him. Hodaka, Hina and Nagi try to run away, but are halted by the worsening weather. They take shelter in a hotel. Hina reveals that her body is slowly turning into water the more she uses her power. Bringing sunshine will cause her to disappear, although after that the weather will return to normal. The next morning, Hina has vanished and the rain has stopped. The police track Hodaka to the hotel. Nagi is sent to the Children's Counseling Center and Hodaka to the police station.
Having fallen in love with Hina, Hodaka decides to bring her back to Earth and escapes from custody with the help of Shuga's niece Natsumi. The police surround Hodaka, but Shuga, inspired by Hodaka's desperation to see Hina, helps him escape. At the rooftop shrine, Hodaka jumps through the shrine gate and is transported into the sky, where he finds Hina, insisting that she let go of her worries about the weather and start living for herself. As soon as they come back, Hina, Hodaka, Natsumi, Nagi, and Shuga are all arrested, and the heavy rains resume. Hodaka is sentenced to a 3-year probation and sent back home in Kozushima. 3 years later, the rain has been falling without an end in Tokyo, submerging much of the city. In the spring of 2024, having finished his probation, Hodaka graduates from high school and returns to Tokyo to start college. He meets with Shuga, who has expanded his business.
After that, while walking on the streets to go home,
Hodaka finds Hina praying on a street overlooking the drowned city, and they reunite. Hodaka tells Hina while crying that everything will be fine as long as they are together.
Thank you for watching.